Morning YouTube, you join me 2 weeks and what is it, Thursday, Fridays, 2 weeks and 2 days out for my first ever bodybuilding competition. So today is a high day, 4,000 calories going in after quite a lot of digging there done. So all cardio is done for prep, which is good now. Steps have been cut in half from yesterday and today, and food has been brought up today to kind of try and revive me a bit because I've been dying off the last few days, I'm not gonna lie. So starting off the day off right, we have an ice cold white monster here, and then we have 2 eggs, 200 grams of egg whites, 30 grams of red sauce, and a bagel here. And then beside the camera have 1.5 litres of water. So we'll get this first meal in, then I'll kind of bring you through anything else to do. I think I need to prep my Ninja Creamy for later on. I have one already prepped. And then I'll go to the shop as well because I need a few bits for my pre-workout meal and my meal number 4. So I'll either bring you to the shop or just go to the shop and then show you what I get. Training pull and delts today, so I get a few clips of me training. Hopefully that's good. I had my first kind of power session yesterday, so hopefully this extra food and chilling out a bit yesterday will allow me to have a good session today. And then I've got a full body sports massage booked in as well, so I'll bring you along to that, show you that. So yeah, kind of I'll do a talking portion later as well with a mini update of how everything's been going in prep, because obviously I've been doing a video a week for this, but I kind of missed a week there, so we're 2 weeks and 2 days out, and going to be documenting a lot more. Like the whole peak week will be getting documented on this every day, daily videos, and probably the next kind of week as well, just with high days and stuff, showing you all my food. So yeah, gonna eat this now because I'm really hungry, and then I'll get back to you in the next clip with. Join me now, and we're gonna make some fucking cooking channel shit. So I'm gonna prep my 2 Ninja Creamies here and my pre-workout meal. So this clip will probably be decently long. So we'll start with the creamies. What I do is I get 400 ml of water. There we go. 400 ml, and now I need to try and do some like remembering here. So I have one already prepped. I need to prep another one for tonight. So that one needs to be 60 grams of whey. And then I need to do another one with 40 grams for tomorrow. So 400 ml of water, there's the whey. I just use the goat Perform cookie dough. It's just, it is the best flavour. Like I've got another tub of, what is that one called? There's 60 grams. I've got another tub of chocolate brownie. I don't know why the fuck my brain couldn't process that. I've got a tub of chocolate brownie in there, but it's so made compared to cookie dough. And Perform is the best protein for, that's just full stop, like for creamies and everything. I had a few sachets there of like a Conte one and some other brand, and they were alright for the creamies, but just not as good as Perform. And then that's the secret ingredient you need, the xanthan gum. So 2 grams of that in on top. Then I do, like, I wonder if I can tilt this down a bit so you can see. But then I just do crack of pink salt. Tilt it up a wee bit so you can actually see my face. Crack of pink salt, and then we just shake it up. Clear out, there's a little bit of gunk in this fucking shaker. Boom, there we go. So, the reason I put it in the like, you can do this straight into the cup, but if you do it into the shaker, it just makes it so much smoother, and then obviously when it becomes ice cream, it is far nicer. But I definitely recommend getting a Ninja Creamy. Like, they're £200, and you're probably thinking, like, I don't even eat that much ice cream. I wouldn't use it. Like, £200, like, it's like, you know the way you always see the blenders and you're like, fuck, I would never spend that money on a blender, like, it's not worth it. But honestly, the Ninja Creamy is fucking life changing. So there is that one mixed up. You're usually meant to like leave them overnight and stuff, but I do have one left overnight already, and then it's 9 in the morning, or going 9:30 now. There, just felt like that. So that if I have this one at like 8 o'clock tonight, it should be ready. And I'll run you through how you actually make them in the creamy. I'll probably, well, for my post-workout, I actually bring creamy, so I can show you then. So we'll go another 400 ml of water here. That's 400 ml, is it? Yeah, 400. I'm gonna need 40 grams of whey in this one. So yeah, it's just like, it is actually the biggest cheat code ever. I'm gonna take them out on peak week, just because, or I might even cut them out next week, just because today's the first high day, obviously, and I'll keep it in just because I love them. But they are so much volume, like it is actually genuinely so filling. And like, whenever you're running higher food or higher carbs, you don't want to be pure. It's not that they fuck your stomach, but it is a lot of volume to be putting through your stomach, especially when you're trying to have your core tight, and so you don't want that much food volume going through. There's 1 gram, 2 grams of something, and then the crack of salt. Turn off the scales. I don't know if this is still tracking me, is it? No, I think the fucking tracking's turned off. No, it should still be on. Well, it says it's on, but I don't know if it actually is it? Fucking piece of shit, man. Boom. So yeah, prep has been weird, so I'll kind of talk through it while I make my pre-workout meal, give you some actual informative content. So up until about 3 weeks out, I genuinely thought this is the easiest fucking shit ever. Like, prep has been made to seem so much harder by everyone. Like, it really isn't that bad. And see, in the grand scheme of things, it really isn't that bad. But like, it's just the lows. You get like the lows of it. Let's get this tracking back on. Right. Hopefully that doesn't like fucking ruin the whole video. Should be tracking again, yeah. So put these in the freezer, but it's just the lows are so bad. Like, yesterday was the worst I felt the whole time. I need to remember in the freezer what one's 40 grams and what one's fucking 50 grams. like I could barely speak yesterday. My family were genuinely worried about me. I was on the chair, like slurring my, like it was like I was having a stroke. I had to take a day or two off work there as well, just because I was so fucking wrecked. Like I delivery drive, and I was like, it's too dangerous for me to get behind the wheel. But luckily it was only for like 3. Like I feel a lot more coherent today. I'll probably look back at this video and I'll be like still speaking like a mong, but I do definitely feel a lot more coherent today. Like I can speak, and like if that says anything, like I can genuinely talk and not feel like I'm about to die off. So I need to check here what my food is, because this is my first high day. So the other days I was getting like squares bars added in and things like that to just kind of boost my carbs up, but this is my actual on plan high day for prep. So it's just my usual pre-workout meal plus another 45 grams of jam. So let's get this assembled. So I need a bowl and a plate. You're gonna see like proper how bad my taste buds have gotten on prep, and this is how I knew I was getting bad, because I only started doing this weird stuff like last week, or not even last week, fucking a few days ago. My taste buds have just gone fucking crazy. So we'll get the 160 grams of chicken here into the bowl. Probably, what I'm going to do actually, yeah, there's a tub. I'm going to go for a tub instead of a bowl, because that bowl is not big enough. Then we'll get my pack of rice out of the cupboard. Boom. Easy as that. Break up the oil rice. I'll show you at the end here, like the whole meal a lot more assembled, but you can see me putting it together. So there's just 160 grams chicken in here and a pack of rice so far. Put that back in the refrigerator. Just back in the bin. Grab my bagel. Then we'll grab 20 grams of dark chocolate. Should be 2 squares here, yep. So 20 grams of dark chocolate. And we will, this is when it starts getting weird, right? So I'm gonna put this dark chocolate on the bagel, on one of the bagels, and then we'll get my strawberry jam out. So Hartley. So we have 60 grams today. What we will do is, because I started this new trend, but we usually only have 15 grams of jam. So we will go, I'll put all the jam on the bagel to make the weigh-in simple, and then I'll mix. I've pretty much started mixing everything. Like, that's how I would describe my new process. So I put like 60 grams of jam is actually a fucking load of jam. I put like the jam in with the chicken, and I sometimes even melt the dark chocolate in with the chicken as well now. I just like it all mixed together. It's pretty top taste, but yeah, it's still going for 60 grams of jam. You don't realise when you don't eat it that much, how much fucking jam that is. Yeah, that's bound to be 60. Yep, 60 grams, bang on. I think That's everything I need. So through that there, put this jam back in the fridge. It's gonna be the longest preparation clip ever, but fuck it, like. So have the chicken and rice here, and then we have the jam and the bagels and stuff here. So here we have the finished product. So we have the chicken and rice there, and then we have the dark chocolate melted onto the bagel and the jam kind of melted onto the bagel. And then I'm not going to show you how I eat this, but I essentially use the bagels to like scoop up the chicken and rice, and I mix it all together, and it tastes amazing for me. But definitely, I know if you're like ordering on prep, wherever, you would be thinking, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? So yeah, I'm actually buzzing to eat this now. Wash it down with some water. Then I'll catch up with you after, because I'm going to do some more client work and stuff before I go to the gym. Yeah, that was a check-in going down for one of my new clients, Ben. His first week in the books, really good for him. And I'm just going to let you know how kind of the coaching's been going. So coaching's been going really well. I've made a lot of moves, kind of positive. So we've got a few more clients signed up. Everyone's making really good progress. In the next few weeks, I've got a lot of like transformations coming out. I got my business fully registered now, and I've got my new business bank account set up. So I'm just getting all my kind of systems sorted through it. So all the payments going in, all my expenses coming out, and then I'm going to look to upgrade. I really need to get a new laptop. This one, the battery life on it is fucking shit. So get a new laptop so that we can, a bit of a lighter one with better battery, so that I can do the coaching on the fly. Makes it so that I can do it and like do it anywhere. Obviously you can do it anywhere with this laptop, but yeah, and I'm buzzing as well because my house is finally getting new internet. So I've been living in like the Stone Age on like fucking 100 megabits per second, and we're getting the gigafast Wi-Fi in about 6 days, I believe. So once that comes in, it'll fucking change the game, because I'll be able to edit and upload and everything 10 times faster. So I'll not even know myself once I get this new internet in, but buzzing with this. So that's all my coaching wrapped up for today. If you're interested in coaching, hit the link in my Instagram bio or DM me, and we can get to work. But yeah, clients are making really good progress at the moment. I've just prepped my meals now for the gym, so going to head to the gym now. You know, join me from inside Arkham. We're going to the pre-workout now. Gonna make up my intro, so we'll get some water going here first. Like have about a litre of water, and then have the little fucking funnel. So it's a high day, so we're going to 50 gram of intracarb, so fucking a lot of intracarb compared to the 10 gram that I normally have on a baseline day. So we will see, weighing this out. There's one. Spill it everywhere, why not? 40, right. 48, 49, there we go, 50. So that's just 50 grams of HR Labs Carb Up. That's probably my favourite intro, but with things like intro, like it's not even needed. It's just, obviously it's a bit different with me kind of on prep now, or like if you're in a dieting phase, things like an intro can be useful. Just whenever your carbs are low, so it's, you have some kind of fuel on that intra workout serving. But if your carbs are in like a decent spot and like your off season or whatever, an intro is just like the 1% of like thing. Like, you do not need it. But yeah, I'll add in my EAA. So that flavour is grape bubblicious, and then we have Innova Farm EAAs, if that'll load, in snow cone. This snow cone flavour fucking slaps. So just one serving of it, 15 grams, there we go. It tastes like, you know, them red and blue slushies you get from like the shop back in the day. What do you want, red or blue? Fucking give me a mix. Then we just fire in some creatine. I literally, pro tip, go on Amazon and buy the cheapest creatine you can find for the best value. All creatine is the same. I know there's like some like fancy like fucking creatine HCl or something, but again, just a little bullshit, isn't it? So there, 2 scoops of creatine, that'll do. Then we will put, probably, fuck's sake, spill this everywhere. We'll put like 2 grams of salt in. If the salt would like to come out. That'll do, probably about 1 gram. Scales aren't really sensitive enough, but it looks about 1 gram, so that'll do. Get that mixed in, and then I've already had a monster, just finished it in the car before I came in. And we will go with a scoop of Superhuman Pump as our pump product of choice. I'd say Superhuman and Trained by JP Pumpage are probably the 2 best like pump powders on the market. I've had that Turbo Soul once, and it's fucking crazy, the L-carnitine like pump mix, but it's actually nearly fucking, sometimes I find stuff like that, like it's nearly too much of a pump. Like I did it when I trained race and trained pull. I did like fucking 1 set of lat pull downs, and no joke, I could barely move because my back was so pumped, but it felt quite nice. But for normal kind of pump stuff, Superhuman or Trained by JP Pumpage. Here we have some training clips from today's pull and delt session. So I did an exercise before this to kind of activate the lats and warm up a bit, and then my first pull down movement was this prime pull down, really focusing on keeping that scapula forward and just using nothing but my lower lat. I was actually feeling good on this day. Like I said before, the 3 days kind of before this, I'd been feeling major ass, and it was the first kind of time my strength has just completely gone. So it was nice to come in today with a little bit more carbs in me, a bit more food, and be able to take a few, like an extra rep and a force rep there with my hand to have a nice little progression, get some blood in, and actually be able to get a pump. Then I move on to this prime extreme row for the upper back. Really like this bit of kit. Just trying to stay as kind of stable as possible on it and just move nothing but the upper back. Again, more so loaded in the lengthened here, which is the 1 plate in the mid range. Just a really nice resistance profile for me anyways on this. Then finished off with some more lat work on the prime. Fucking, I don't know, can't even remember. Maybe this is the extreme rig, I don't know, but just some single arm work for the lat bias on the prime. 2 sets on all them exercises. Again, heavier loaded in the lengthened range. This lines up really nice for me. Just again focusing on keeping that scap forward and just moving with nothing but the lat. Post workout time. I'll turn the camera around here in a second. So we'll just set that. So pulling delts wrapped up. Actually nice to be able to get somewhat of a pump going. Like strength wise on my pull movements, I actually still feel sound. Like I progressed by like a rep and everything, which is fucking ideal at this point. So going to enjoy this and then have a sports massage with the main man Ross, because my whole body is tight as fuck. So here we go. This meal is looking sensational. Boom, here we go. We have 200 grams of Frosties and 60 grams of whey in a Ninja Creamy, so the Perform cookie dough whey. And I've let the creamy melt into the Frosties, so it's like a big bowl, like it's like a milkshake with Frosties in it. This is gonna be fucking unbelievable. So we'll flip it around, give you a little taste test, why not? Set you up in the car. Hopefully you can see me there. So that's unbelievable. Like actually amazing. That was the best idea I've ever had, is melting the creamy into the Frosties. Just a game changer. So 2 weeks, 2 days out. It feels good to have that session there. So obviously I'm still like pretty flat. Like I had a new all-time low this morning. Even there, like I'm only on half a high day technically at this point. Did feel a whole lot better training, energy wise, way better. Like now at the end of the session, I do feel flat. Like when I was posing there, I felt pretty flat. But definitely, the main thing for me is mentally. Like I feel 1,000 times better than yesterday. I can actually speak. I actually feel like I fucking exist, and I'm not gonna just fade away and die. So that is a massive W. So get this in me, and then I will go for my sports massage with Ross, and I'll hopefully take a wee time lapse of that so you can see the whole sports massage process. Will show the difference in my back. My lats are so tight, so I think I'll be able to open up so much more after. But yeah, feeling good. I brought my laptop with me to do some work, but Ross has actually got freed up earlier, so it's now 2:45. So by the time I eat this, I think he said he might be able to take me in at 3. And then 90-minute massage. What's that? 4:30. I did prep my other meal just in case, and that's an important thing with bodybuilding. Like a high day is technically kind of like how your meals would be if you're bulking. And a bit of advice I always give is bring an extra meal. Like a key part of bodybuilding is consistency, and you do not want to be ever missing meals or having to like really adjust stuff on the fly. So like I have that meal prepped and it's sitting in the fridge in the gym, and like say I'd got delayed or whatever, because I want to eat that meal about 5, I would have had that meal ready there to eat at 5 and not had to worry. Whereas if I didn't have that prepped and like it dragged on and I was rushing home, and didn't get home to say like just after 5, then I'd have to make the meal take like half an hour. Then at 6, then that pushes back like if like your next meal, and just kind of fucks you up meal timing wise. So definitely over prepare meal wise so that you're always ready to go. But enough talking. I'm gonna get this meal in me, and then I'll get back to you after the sports massage. Then at my meal number 4, which was 200 grams of mince, 400 grams of potato, and 100 grams of asparagus. I ended up eating this at home because I wanted to heat it up in the air fryer, and it wasn't 5 o'clock yet. So drove home to the gym and had this meal. This is definitely my favourite meal of the day. I just love the potatoes. I have like fajita seasoning on them, fajita, garlic, um, salt and pepper, and just so banging. Like it tastes like a proper takeaway chips. So it's such a nice meal. I could probably eat this for like fucking every meal and be satisfied. Here we have the last meal of the day. We have 60 grams of the Perform Whey in the Ninja Creamy that we prepped earlier. I would have showed me making the creamy, but it would have blown your eardrums out. The thing is honestly so loud, it sounds like a lawnmower mixed with a washing machine in terms of noise. So that's the only downside about it. So 6 grams of whey, 5 caramel rice cakes, and 10 grams of dark chocolate. So I'm gonna eat this, chill out, do some J3 on the laptop, and then probably watch some TV and just chill because I'm trying to keep my steps um, as low as possible. I'm on, I think, 6k steps right now, so literally try and take 0 more steps today if possible. Oh, do we taste test of this for you actually? Boom. It's the tracker on. There, just hacking, so taste the creamy. Just tastes like proper fucking ice cream. Well, dip some rice cake in the creamy. Bit of ASMR to finish off the video. Yeah, so we'll get this in me, and then just chill out protocol and see what my weight is tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see. Obviously, new low today. This is the first high day going in. Still physique really faded. Rest day tomorrow. I've actually got work tomorrow, so I'll see what I've actually no idea what the plan is now. So this is like the cool bit of prep for me. The kind of fat loss is done. And now it's more so bringing my physique back to life and then peaking for the show. So I'm gonna obviously document the whole peaking process, but actually every day I just kind of check in with my coach daily and then see what we're doing food wise. So I don't even know what we're doing food tomorrow, if we're go back to baseline or have more food than a normal rest day or what the crack is. But yeah, it's fun times. And now that the hard bit is done and I'm actually have brain cells to function. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll be posting a lot more on YouTube in the next couple of weeks. So I'll be documenting obviously the peak, traveling to the shows, the whole show day, after the show, what I got up to, and then same again for my classic show. 3 weeks later, we'll be documenting all that, and then documenting obviously the process of reversing out of the shows and into a gaining phase. So stay tuned. There'll be lots of content coming, and I'm gonna aim to post, consistently in this.